Hail Kingdom! In today's Path of Exile the third edict video we will talk about Waystone. Because if you're just choosing your map, dropping Waystone and opening portals, you're losing a lot of value. And I will show you how to set up your Waystones correctly and also how you may profit from them. Because with correct Waystones, you can get more than 2 divines per map. Okay, you probably should know already that Waystones is basically things you use to open maps. So you start over here, your endgame journey, and there will be a bunch of maps. You just click, you drop your Waystone, and you press traverse. So you're opening the map. But you will start with low tier Waystones. They will be tier 1. Tier of Waystone will affect area level. For example, tier 3 Waystone will give you area level 66, while tier 1 64. It's really important to know, because if you play in low level areas, you won't be able to get better equipment. So you need to advance Waystones as fast as possible. In my experience, if you already defeated campaign, you should be able to run tier 15 maps. The only thing you need to care about if you want to run these harder maps is actually your resistances. So that's like small tip for endgame, make sure you get resistances capped. But how to advance Waystones? Well, there's 2 ways. Way number 1 is to find boss maps, like Canyon for example. It's not only Canyon, it can be any map, but it should contain map boss. Basically this icon will show that there will be mass boss on the map. After defeating map boss, you will get your Waystone of higher tier. And when you're just starting out, it's really important to set up your atlas correctly for more Waystones. Basically first points should be over here to the top right for quantity of Waystones, and also over here for more quantity of Waystones in your maps. Because when you advance higher than tier 10, it's not always guaranteed that you will get Waystones by the end of the map. If you're playing basic maps, after you fulfill what is map objective is, right now it's just defeating all area monsters, you also will get Waystone, but of current tier. So to advance Waystones, you need to defeat map bosses. But there's a really nice guy, Doriani, he is in your hideout. He also will sell Waystones of previous tier of map you completed. So for example, if you completed tier 3 Waystone map, he will sell Waystones tier 2. And what you can do with these Waystones? Well, you can buy them of course, but they will cost you a nice chunk of gold. And then you can drop them into reforging bench. So if you for some reason don't have reforging bench, this means you missed boss in Molten World. You need to defeat Forge Master and then talk with guys in Ziggurat encampment. One of the traders will unlock this reforging bench for you. And by combining 3 Waystones of same tier, you will get Waystone of higher tier. So that's how you get to tier 15 Waystones, basically, by defeating bosses and also by advancing through Waystones. Now you are technically on the highest tier of Waystone, but there's also tier 16. More on that later. For now, just remember that Waystones affect your area level, and the higher level you're playing, the better loot, you already know it. But that's not only it. Waystones also will affect how much and how better loot will be on your maps, but you need to upgrade them. And there's different ways how you can do it, as well as different results you may achieve. So, Waystone tier 15 will give you 5 revives per stage. So if you're feeling not comfortable in your survival abilities, then you want these 5 attempts per map. Probably just try to run normal Waystones or just blue Waystones, stuff like that. They will give you more portals, therefore more chances to survive on the map and restart. But for better loot you want to run upgraded Waystones. And that's first step, is to increase rarity. It's done in the same fashion as you upgrade your gear. For example, Orb of Transmutation will add 1 modifier to your Waystone, and you will get prefix or suffix modifier. Right now it doesn't matter, because anyway you will get some penalty and some bonuses. Should you stress about these penalties? Well, it depends on your build. For example, if you're playing some super slow build and you got Waystone with temporal chains, that will reduce your movement speed by 26%. Or maybe you get Waystone with chilled ground and temporal chains at the same time, that will also slow you down. Well, you will be slower than a snail. If you got big step with Waystones, you can easily find stuff that you don't like chilled ground for example, and just remove it completely from your Waystones. And you cannot play it if you don't like. but technically you don't need to worry too much, and even little upgrade to your Waystone will give you a bunch of extra bonuses. For example, by just dropping Orb of Augmentation on top, I already got monster pack size plus 10% and Waystone drop chance plus 15%, which is really good. So to advance our Waystone further, we will use Orb of Augmentation, and now we got one more penalty, but also more bonuses, so we got item rarity and even higher Waystone drop chance, and we can continue basically as you normally would with your items, dropping Regal Orb and dropping Exalted Orb. Every time it upgrades, it will remove a little bit of revives attempts. Therefore, you need to be really careful if you want to have this revives attempt. But normally you want to upgrade it fully to full potential, basically with 0 revives attempts, and try to beat maps like this. It's super powerful maps with loads of cool bonuses. If you got basic Waystones, it's really not fast and not perfect to drop Orbs of Transmutation, Augmentation, Regals and Exalted Orbs to augment them. It's better to actually use Orb of Alchemy to just get 4 bonuses instantly and 4 penalties, of course, at the same time. We get pretty nice Waystone and we can play it. It's like nice loot, and also it will be pretty playable. Now, I got 2 Waystones with 1 extra socket left. They follow same rules. We got only 3 prefixes and 3 suffixes. But before going into next step, let's actually reset counter of my ring, and we will see how much currency we can get from different maps. So you will understand why it is super important. We got pretty similar bridge maps, and I will run tier 15 Waystones with no debuffs. That's basically how map will look like. We see that there is 4 rare monsters, and technically that's it. I'm calling 4 because I got 5 from my Atlas setup, but it's technically 4. We got a bridge, so let's clear bridge also. We're getting a bunch of bridge precursor tablets. Let's see what else we can get. From bridge we will get 18 bridge splinters, and we see that basically amount of monsters is not very high. There's almost no monsters on this type of map, actually, because we don't have any bonuses for monster pack and stuff like that. So, map completed, and that's the drops we got. Basically, 3 orbs of super low tier. Now we're going super powerful Waystone. It's still not a perfect one. I will show you how to make them even more perfect in the next step, but look, instantly we get a lot more markers of monsters on the map. We get a lot more penalties, of course, so it's a little bit harder, but first monster instantly dropping us a little bit of loot. The second monster, no loot. I mean, there's loot, but I'm filtering it out. Technically, even basic loot is a lot better on these types of maps, and mostly because there's just a lot more monsters, so we will get a lot more experience, we will get more chances to get better gear, better currency drops. And let's check our bridge splinter. Is there a bridge? No, it's not. So we instantly get better talisman, 3 exalts already, better drops from basic tier 15 map, and we're only 1 minute into the map basically. So 1 minute into the map and we already got better loot. And we are running bridge, so let's see how much we can get from bridge like this. There will be also a lot more monsters. Oh my. And let's see, we got 26 bridge splinters, almost double amount. Finishing map, 2 Waystones instantly. We got no Waystones from previous map, and just looking at my inventory we see that there's a lot better stuff and a lot more. We got tier 5 helmet, tier 4 spear, tier 4 body armor, a rare ring, we got Orb of Annulment, and that's the loot drops, 2 exalts from the floor, 1 Veil Orb, 2 Regal Orbs, just a lot more and a lot better stuff. So that's why you want to run really hard and cool maps.
That's nice. Then what?
Well, now when you can run maps with highest difficulty, you can make them even more harder, or affect them in ways you really like, that is beneficial for your strategy. For example, right now I'm running loads of rituals, and for rituals I really like to have more rare monsters on the map. And that's basically how you can do it pretty easily. In the rituals you will find these omens like this. And you can also buy them, of course, but sometimes they cost a little bit. This one goes 1 for 2 right now, 1 omen for 2 exalts. But if you like to run a rarity, then well, it goes for 25 exalts. To use these omens, you need to use chaos orbs on top. And it's really better to use these omens if you're got full modifiers. So this Waystone over here right now got full modifiers, all 6. We're activating Omen of Chaotic Monsters using one Chaos Orb and dropping it on top. Now, tada! Everything is rerolled into magic and rare monsters. Now I got plus 100% rare monsters, plus 66% magic monsters, and all other modifiers is also rerolled, so it's pretty cool. But there's one more way how you can enchant and change these Waystones. And it's by using Preserved Vertebrae, basically desecrating a Waystone. This is the item you will find from new mechanic, basically green guys, you will find them on the map, they will drop it from chests. And there's two ways how you can do it. So one of the ways, you can actually drop it on Waystones with 5 modifiers. Right now I got 2 Waystones and one of them got 2 prefixes, one of them got 2 suffixes. If I will desecrate these Waystones, basically use this preserved bone, it will only add modifier. But if we got full modifiers, it will change one of the modifiers. Let me show you on this exact Waystone. So right now it will pick randomly one of the prefixes or one of the suffixes, and tada, it will desecrate it. We desecrated suffix. Okay, but here it's not random. This one will add prefix, because we got only 2 prefixes. Tada, we got 1 prefix. This one will add suffix. Tada, we got suffix. Okay, what to do next? We going into Waypoint and to Well of Souls. You should already have this area unlocked, but in case if you don't have this area unlocked, it's located in Act 2, and you can access it from Mastodon Badlands. Go to Lightless Passage, you will find it, and then to Well of Souls. You will unlock this waypoint. It can be very beneficial to you to actually add it into Waystones with just 5 modifiers, so you know you're getting prefix of suffix. Because there's big list of modifiers that you will get on your Waystones. And they are different, these desecrated modifiers. Basically, they also will add some debuff and also some bonus, but bonuses are hidden right now, you don't know what they will do. You can go into PoE2 DB and find in modifiers section Waystones and find these modifiers, or basically just screenshot this table right now. That's all bonuses and penalties you can get from these Waystones. For example, I really like item rarity on my maps, since I'm running 0 rarity character, and it helps me to sometimes boost my rarity to like 200% and drop few divines per map. Therefore, I need to pick these debuffs on my desecrated Waystones. For suffixes, it will be marked for death. For prefixes, it will be leadings to Abyssal Lord or Abyssal Depths. They will add a rarity to my Waystones. So let's try to find it. Basically, we're coming to Well of Souls, dropping Waystone, and trying to see what we get. So we see this leadings to Abyssal Depths. Tada, we're getting it, and we will get higher rarity. Now item rarity at 62% for this Waystone, and we repeat for every Waystone we got. Mark for death, very good. And we will get Gasping Wine, because there's no other good debuffs right now, but it's nice debuff and it's pretty easy to fight with it. Desecrating Waystones is also a great idea, because loads of bonuses are quite easy to fight. For example, Grasping Wine is not a big problem for us, so having this debuff is really like okay-ish, I would say. That's why upgrading Waystones to 5 bonuses is actually a great idea. So most cheapest and best way to do it, basically it will be 1 Orb of Alchemy, 1 Exalted Orb, and Desecrated Bone we just used. However, we can also reroll a little bit even on top of these desecrated modifiers. Let's reroll item rarity on this Waystone over here, since we got pretty high rarity, but we will have even higher after this reroll. But as you can see, it will remove desecrated modifier, so that's something you need to keep an eye on. If you're rerolling desecrated modifiers, it's a bad idea. If you actually want them, it's up to you how you want to adjust your Waystones after 5 bonuses basically and 5 debuffs. At this point, the best and cheapest way to get Waystone like this will be to get Orb of Alchemy, then Exalted Orb, then you use Omen and Chaos Orb to reroll everything with 5 mods, and then desecrate it to get 1 more bonus. So that's basically an order for perfect Waystone with desecrated modifier. But it's not it, there's also liquid emotions that we get from delirium activities. Basically clear a little bit of delirium on the map and you will get these delirious emotions. And there's a bunch of them, basically you're seeing all bonuses on the screen right now, and they can nicely flesh out your Waystones even higher. For example, I got this insanely high rarity Waystone. Well, what we can do, we can drop liquid grid. So I'm dropping all grids over here, and I'm dropping my Waystone and instilling it with greed. Guess what? Right now we will have 141% item rarity on this Waystone. If you don't have these items, don't worry, by the way. Of course, you can buy them, or you can use lower tier emotions like guild, and you can reforge them into reforger bench and get bunch of grids from previous tier. Basically 3 emotions of lower tier upgrades to higher tier. But if we're looking for pack size like I'm right now, it's Liquid Paranoia, so it's a little bit higher tier. We're dropping all of them, and that's my super high magic rare monsters Waystone we're instilling, and we're getting basically 123 multiplier for rare monsters, which is really crazy. You can also mix and match them. For example, you want a little bit more rarity, a little bit more of pack size, a little bit more of rare guys, so you can make mixed Waystones. And here we are. We got 3 almost perfect Waystones. Why almost perfect? Well, you can play them, but there's another way how you can get even more out of them. It's a little bit risky, however. So you need to make sure you're allowed to lose a little bit resources on them. Since again, you can actually just sell all of the stuff that you got. You can sell omens, you can sell liquid emotions, and you can get bunch of exalts. Or you can play these maps and get loads of cool results. But that's basically how you get highest tier Waystones. You need to val them. So we're using val orb, and there's different outcomes. It can reroll everything we did on the Waystone, so we get really cool Waystones right now, but after valing it, it can trash our Waystone basically. It can change modifiers, so it can make it like a little bit with better rarity, better monsters, or it can upgrade tier or lose tier. This basically will give us ability to get tier 16 Waystone, so let's try it, and we got tier 14. As I told you, sometimes it basically trashing your Waystones. So do it only at your own risk, but if you're lucky, you will have this tier 16 Waystones, and as you can see, they're pretty weird sometimes. But that's basically how you make tier 16 Waystones for even higher area with even better loot. So that's basic map with ritual, and we will run it with rare monsters. It's not actually a super basic, because it's a really juiced area with loads of towers and precursor tablet guide coming in. And to get idea how to juice your maps, basically you can watch playlist in the pinned comment. It shows loads of ways how you can farm currency in different setups with different content. Basically you can pick content you like and run it. So as you can see, this map is a lot harder than before, because Delirium adds damage to monsters and also adds health to them, and we're becoming less powerful. It's not really a big deal for me. I will get a bunch of shrines, I got nice setup for this type of content, and we will start running. So we're starting to accumulate some stuff, and as you can see, if you're running Delirium emotions on your map, it will actually make the map delirious. So it will be this white map, and it will drop simulacrum splinters from monsters. Also it will make it harder, but coolest part, if you're running rituals, you will get these monsters respawn on the rituals, so you will get a lot more stuff. And you basically seeing it right now, how much better loot we're already getting. Right from the get-go, we're getting exalted orbs. So technically exalted orbs will get back to you after you juice your maps like this most of the time, especially if you know what you to look for on the ground. But even basic ritual starts with 1k tribute. We got a bunch of perfect orbs of exaltation, transmutation, and ritual rewards will be also great. Greater exalted orb. Honestly, I hate how Delirium Fog looks in the map. I just don't like it. I like design of the game, it looks so good, and Delirium just trashes everything. I hope they will change it somehow. Maybe Delirium Fog like vignette basically on the sides of the screen, but middle of the screen should look okay-ish. So we don't see where we're going, but everything else is okay. Anyway, we're talking about Waystones, and basically you see how different map is with highest tier Waystone, with loads of bonuses on it, and it's just crazy actually how crazy map is with this setup. It's a lot more monsters, a lot more content, a lot more rewards, and a lot more fun, but you need to be able to actually deal with this type of content. However, you're actually curious how to make sure you're getting a bunch of divine orbs, as I promised you. Well, technically by running these Waystones, you should already have like maybe divine from the map all around divine, based on a little bit of luck from other currency types. But well, of course it's not it, there's another pretty secret way. So there's different ways how you can enchant your Waystones, but one of them is by using distilled emotions, the green one. The green emotion will apply higher drop of waystones for your maps. It's also very nice to combine it with desecrated modifiers, because desecrated modifiers, some of them gives you really high waystone chance, but not making map a lot harder. So that's basically what we are looking for, like grasping vines on hit, for example. By having high waystone chance, in my experience it should be around 150, you can get really interesting stuff. Basically you're using liquid envy and instilling your waystone, so it will give you a lot of extra waystone drop chance. Actually, I recommend you starting with this stuff on your basic waystone and then dropping some modifiers on top, so you can actually hit high waystone chance with this pretty easy waystone. If waystone drop chance is more than 150, well, you're golden. If it's lower, it's still okay, because with right Atlas setup you may increase this power, so it will be a lot more powerful. And also you want this part of Atlas over here that will increase power of your precursor tablets. Then we will use precursor tablets on towers near citadels. You will find citadels by going basically outside on Atlas, and we're looking for tablets with quantity of waystones dropped on your maps or from map bosses. It also works. So basically I'm using more waystones from map bosses, more waystones in your maps, and enchanting tower. It basically enchants all maps in its area, and I'm again interested in citadels. Now we're running super high tier waystone in any citadel, and as you can see, by combining all bonuses they kinda adds up. So it's extra effect of precursor tablets, extra effect of waystones from my Atlas tree, and I got 245% increased waystone found in area, and 36% quantity of waystones dropped by my bosses. So these bonuses combined will lead us to citadel boss. For this citadel it's Doriani, and I'm basically shooting him with my awesome build. He is destroyed instantly, then he transforms into a robot, and again he destroyed instantly. But citadel bosses drops map fragments. After you get 3 fragments and defeat Arbiter of Ash, they will start to drop fragments of higher tier, and you will see them on the screen right now, this Tertiary Calamity fragment. Well, you may go for Pinnacle Arbiter of Ash, or you may sell them on market. I sold them instantly for 110 exalted orbs. At this time it was 1 divine. That's basically how you easily can get 1 divine from maps like this, from citadels. And that's everything you need to know about waystones in patch 0.3, how to get most out of your maps. I hope you enjoyed the video, but right now when you get cool maps, you need to farm correct content, therefore check my playlist with all farming strategies and how they affect your divines per hour on the screen right now.